Hello, so here I'm going to show you how you can do Kanban. So basically I will do it using Trello. You can go to trello.com, create an account, and then afterward you will be able to see the list of boards that you have been created. I will create a new board. I will give this board a title, for example, Factorio. And then after I create a board, uh, that's what I'm going to see. Then I would have to create columns for the project that I'm running, and we are going to have here few columns. Um, the tasks should move in from the beginning. We have the to do column, and then we are going to have in progress column. Then we are going to have blocked, and afterward in review, and then done column. And then the thing is like the tasks are moving from left to right, and we should have a limitation for the number of tasks that we can have in a specific column. Um, I have no idea how can I do that here in Trello, uh, but I think we can you can just write here like max, for example, two tasks are in progress. And basically, we are limiting the number of tasks here in progress so that we cannot end up having a bottleneck in any of the workflow that we are having. For example, in case we are having plenty of tasks in progress that can slow down the workflow. On the other hand, if we are having a limitation on one column that can speed up the delivery. For example, if we are having here a limitation of one task to be blocked, and then someone finished progress in a task, and then you move it to done, and then someone else like moving the task to be blocked, and there's already a task in the blocked section. That means that another resource has to resolve why this task is blocked, and that speed up the workflow. And there is a best practice to create tickets. For example, if I'm creating here a ticket, um, I can write it like in a way that in order to, or like as a Factorio player, I would like to mine some stone in order to build steel furnace. And I'm going to have in the ticket, um, so, or, okay, so it seems like this was the title of the ticket. So building stone furnace. This was the first ticket, and then as a Factorio player, I would like to mine some stone to build stone furnace. And then we are going to have acceptance criteria for the ticket. And this is basically for the person that's going to pick up the ticket to work on to ensure that the acceptance criteria are fulfilled whenever moving the ticket to the next column. It could be like acceptance criteria or definition of done. And then afterward, we're gonna have a bullet list of how we can consider this ticket as done as soon furnace is built. But we should bear in mind that we shouldn't make the acceptance criteria very vague. So because right now, if I left it like that way, the player will just mine some stone and then gonna build the stone furnace, but it doesn't mean that the stone furnace is operating, because as we already know that the stone furnace needs coal, needs a fuel to be running. So if you would like to include that in the ticket, so we can add another bullet point that stone furnace is operating and producing coal. So right now, whenever someone pick working on that ticket, for example, I will take it and I will put it in progress and I will assign myself um, like as the person working on that ticket. And here, as you can see that me, I'm already working on that ticket. And after I complete it, I just move it to done. Or like I move it to in review so that like the team leader can review if everything is okay, if something need to be changed. If all is good, we can just move it to done. And here we have the members section in which we can just add the invitation for other team members to join the board. And what else? Yeah, the acceptance criteria also should be understandable by all the team members in the team. For example, if I'm picking a ticket to work on, I should understand what's the acceptance criteria, what's the definition of done for that ticket. And there's a framework actually to create tickets, or like, for example, a ticket in the to do doesn't mean that the ticket is ready to be worked on, because the ticket might not be ready. So there is a definition for of ready in addition to the definition of done in the ticket. And there is a framework for the definition of ready. So uh, we can have another column and we can call this column ready column. And in order to move the ticket to be ready to be worked on, it has to be groomed. So there's something called a grooming session that make the ticket ready to be worked on. And for example, whenever right now we groom the ticket, we refined it, we added the acceptance criteria, we added the description for the ticket, we run it through a framework, and this framework called invest. Like it's an acronym for, and every word means something. I is for independent, meaning that does this ticket depends on something else in order to start working on it? For example, I cannot make a ticket and write that um, I would like to mine some stone to build stone furnace. So um, I cannot make the ticket as if like I would like to um, build um, an electric mining drill. Why I cannot make it in that way? Because this ticket depends on something else, which is the resources that I'm going to need in order to build electric mining there. Because this ticket has been formulated in a way that assume that we already have the resources needed to build the electric mining drill. So if I'm making a ticket, I have to ensure that it's independent. It doesn't include something else which is not mentioned in the ticket, or like it doesn't depend on another ticket. For example, if I would like to make it that way, I would like to make the tickets related to making an automation related to mining resources, and am in a state that I'm ready for the resources, that I'm ready with the resources needed to build the electric mining drill. And in case I'm ready with the resources needed, I can just write this ticket, and I have to add these tickets from top to bottom based on the dependency. For example, I can add here like a ticket build automation, or like automate, and also like how you can formulate the title for the ticket. Like I would say after finishing this ticket, I'm going to, and then you can just write the title. For after finishing this ticket, I'm going to automate um, mining mining iron ore. That's an example. And I would say here, in order to build electric, so I know the holistic goal here is to build an electric mining drill. I would like to build automation related, I would like to build automation. I would like to automate mining iron ore. And then I would say the acceptance criteria here for that ticket, add a bullet list. So the acceptance criteria is that I'm going to have um, stone furnace, for example, uh, stone furnace to automate stone furnace filled with coal. I'm going to have inserter, and I'm going to have in order to do the automation a belt, for example, that belt to transfer um, coal to the furnace. And in order like to have this ticket, I should have already like the the place where I'm going to take the coal from. So we have to ensure that the tickets are uh, built with like having the dependency on mind between tickets. So the one which doesn't think any dependency is in the top, and the one which is dependent on having dependency are in the bottom. And then after I have this ticket, um, I can uh, like have it in the bottom, because in the beginning, in order to have the to automate the mining ore, in order to do this automation, I will need to have the stone furnace in the beginning. So yeah, if the ticket is independent, then it means that it's ready for development, or like ready for to start working on it. And the next thing is the N, which is negotiable, meaning that I'm not putting a lot of details on how you are going to implement it. I'm leaving a room for creativity to do that ticket. For example, I cannot make the ticket like in a way that I would like to build electric mining drill in and the way you like, and I keep explaining how you can do that. I would leave it some room for creativity and some room for research, and it should be like a conversation starter. The ticket should serve as a conversation starter, but not like in a like written in a way that you are writing everything about how you are implementing the ticket. And then you have the V, which is it should be valuable, meaning that it should deliver value for what we are trying to achieve. For example, here for building an electric mining driller, we know that it's delivering value because we would like to ensure that we are not doing work which is might not be essential for the objective that we are trying to achieve. And we have E, which is estimatable, meaning that it's not very complex to, it should be as simple as possible. It should be easy to estimate how much time that we are going to need in order to work on the ticket. It should not be vague or complex, so to say. And we have T, it means that we can verify, or testable. We can verify that this ticket is done. For example, here, if we're having a stone furnace, we can just go and click on the stone furnace and see that it's producing like whatever resource it is mining. So we can, in some sort of a way, like know or verify that the work involved in that ticket has been delivered. So that's basically it.